not exciting me at all.
Yeah,
like,
no,
I
this-
am smoking meth, and I feel vivacious. I am ready for work. I'm productive. I'm having sex with my wife 5-6 times a day.
Yeah. How about the men? You having sex with them again?
Yes, 2-3 times a day. Whenever there's a man around me, especially a police officer that I'm trying to score meth from, I'll suck his fucking dick. I'll put his baton in my ass.
Yeah, that's great. I love to smoke kind of a light bulb with a cop.
You
know?
really should. You try it.
You guys smoke teeth at home? You should smoke teeth. Don't smoke teeth out in the streets. If you're gonna smoke your teeth, smoke them at home.
See, I thought you were about to segue into promo for our live shows.
Oh, we can. We can. If you want to smoke some teeth with us, we got a big one. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee, baby. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee, baby. Won't you let me take you on a city cruise? That's right.
Whoa.
That's right. That's right. Side Stories hitting the seas. We're going to do a crime wave coming your way on Royal Caribbean.
Oh, yes. So we're doing this crime wave. I saw many people say...
on Friday.
Yes, they do. Many people ask, is this... I thought this was a bit.
No.
I thought you guys were making this up. No, go to the Royal Caribbean website. You can buy tickets starting this Friday for Crime Wave.
Yeah.
We are providing the comedy, and I mean it. We are going to... Eddie and I have decided one of our bits. We're going to choose top 5 women on the boat to push off.
And the top 5 guys who look like they're going to push.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We are going to have so much fun. And I say, our hope, honestly, I hope we only lose about 10% of the audience.
Yeah.
Too proud.
Because here's the thing. Like, if you want to come and you want to see us, this is a vacation. You should plan. It leaves out of Fort Lauderdale. Go to crimewaveatc.com/left to get your tickets on Friday. It's from November 3rd to 11th to November 7th.
And I cannot truly stress this enough. This is going to be one of the oddest weekends of all of our lives.
I don't even know why we said yes.
You've got to come to this because I don't know if we're going to do it again. But when you
We're not doing it again.
I don't know. I mean, unless it's the funnest thing that we've ever done. So you're going to come out. We're going to have a blast, and our goal is to bring the true crime to the other 2/3 of the boat that doesn't know that there's a true crime cruise happening on their cruise.
Yes, that
We are
is the
going to
best. That is the beauty of all this.
We are
Some
going to
people-
info dump. We're going to go to that karaoke night, which I'm going to probably host, and I'm going to get a hold of that mic, and I'm going to tell everybody about the Black Dollar. I'm going to tell everybody about Andre Ticatilla. I'm going to ruin the cruise for everyone else for the sake of you. Come and watch us. We're going to have a fucking blast.
Yes.
So that's one announcement. Another announcement.
Oh, I'm going to host the belly flop contest.
Hopefully.
I've told them it's one of my demands.
We have to get insurance, though.
Yes. Oh, really?
Apparently.
Oh, okay.
Just because some people don't know how to properly belly flop. You
Is
know what
there
it is?
insurance in the middle of the sea?
Sure. But yeah. But no, I feel like when you flop into the like this is the problem truly about people that a lot of people think they can belly flop.
Yeah.
But you gotta be really pretty fat.
Oh, there's lots of bloody noses when
Yes.
it comes to the belly flop contest.
Oh,
It's a big part of it.
A skinny lady. I've seen a skinny lady belly flop and bounce off the water
Oh, yeah, they
and go off
skip.
the pool. Yeah, they skip. So again, think about your BMI.
Yeah.
That's a big thing there.
Make sure you're huge.
Yes, please. And we want to also, a little other announcement. If you happen to ever hear a pro-Trump commercial on our show, it is some kind of digital artifact. A lot of times they lie, especially people within the Trump administration. They lie, especially evangelical right people, about what the frame of the ad is. They then sell it on a big group stock or whatever, however they do it to these digital companies, and then they just put it in without our permission because under no uncertain terms, President Trump can absolutely go fuck himself.
Go eat shit, go suck shit.
But
go
that's the
fuck
last
shit.
we're going to talk about it because I'm not going to let us become Jimmy Kimmel.
We do not want to talk about this motherfucker.
No.
We're just forced to talk about it. He keeps invading your beautiful ear holes.
We're just letting you know we're working on it, and that man, I can't wait to see his grave.
Oh my God.
So let's go with
These burgers are going to take him down at some point.
very, very soon. And we have another update, yes, obviously, which I should have pressed you more on last time, is that I did know this, but did not know this for you. Dogs will eat you.
Not all of them. It's just some do. So it has happened, yes. But for the most part, cats eat more than dogs eat more.
So here we go. This comes from a vet clinic. When you work in an established general practice in an older upper-class community, you get to know a lot of the regulars, especially the elderly. They usually have a lot of time on their hands. Their pets are usually seniors too, and they are their lifeline to the outside world. I don't know what that's like.
Yeah.
They also like to get small dogs and spoil them so their health problems are abundant. What? We had these 3 clients that were a pair of sisters in their 80s and one of their daughters in her 60s. Funniest old ladies with the most stereotypical little dogs, mini poodles, crusty eyes, awful teeth, and all. One day I answered the phone, and it's the daughter of one of the older 2. Her aunt had been found dead in her apartment the day before, and she wanted to schedule an appointment to bring her poodles in for a checkup with the veterinarian ASAP. Her aunt had been deceased for a couple of days at least before someone had checked on her, and in the time, the dogs, each no more than 4 kilograms, had eaten most of her face, especially her lips and nose, the tips of her ears. Luckily, the dogs, they were happy, healthy, and never had any health issues stemming from their little snack. The new owner of the dogs was distraught, and I felt terrible for her, but I will never get the image of those 3 little dogs cuddling with her while licking her face in the wind.
Yeah, I would say, that's fine. Some poodles, they'll eat you a little bit. They didn't go hard on her. A little lip, some earlobes.
It's
What are we really
nothing.
talking about? That's not bad.
No.
No. I think that's okay. That's fine. All I know is Tootsie's seen a lot of death. She hasn't eaten anybody.
Well, see, Tootsie's one of those dogs I can imagine,
She's picky eater.
but after World War II, Russia, they had these massive food
And she was
shortages.
there.
Yes. Yes. And I think that Tootsie would have done very well in the cannibal runs of post-World War II Russia, where the people were forced to eat the sickest child of the neighborhood and eat all the dogs and eat all the cats. I can see Tootsie there being on the right side, quote-unquote, of history, being like,
Yes, he's being for me.
I can see her and being like,
I heard that Grandma was coughing.
like I can feel like she knows.
Yeah.
She could do that. She knows how to survive.
Yes, I know that at least one dog, a couple dogs have eaten their owners after they died. I'm just saying, as a whole, all cats do it. Most dogs do.
Yes.
I'm sticking to my guns.
Sure, you're allowed. But I also want to bring something up to you that I brought up to you when I was venting to you about our veterinary experience, because we also just went to the vet.
Yeah.
And I thought it was really funny. So our little dog Wendy, right? She's got her fucking little mohawk.
Yeah.
Dyed purple because we're a childless couple with extra money. We don't care.
Yeah.
And so what we did was that we're sitting there with Wendy and this lady, the most typical LA woman I've ever seen.
How old is
Anywhere from 25 to 60.
Oh, okay. That's
You know
a
what I
big
mean?
gap.
You know that type of LA woman?
Yeah.
She could be any one of those ages and looks great for any one of those decades.
And then a little barking.
Yes.
Put emphasis on the barking.
This bitch was. And so what she did was she asked us, she saw us that we had died to her, Wendy, and she said, oh my God, who did that? And we're like, oh, we have this little spa for the dog, we did her fucking groomer or whatever.
That's nice.
Yes. And she was like, I was wondering if they do a procedure. So my dog's face is getting so gray. Can we just dye her face like black so that she can look young again? And we're just sitting there looking at this woman, and my first thing is
This is your vet?
This is my vet. This is the vet's lobby. This is in the lobby.
Oh,
this is the waiting room. This is a lady.
If it was your vet.
Oh yeah. But then she looked at me, and so my problem is then I know how to joke. I was like, well, the thing is that honestly, we were trying to get her face re-dyed because obviously she's so old. I don't know what to do with her, and we've been trying to figure out. What I asked our people was if we could get her some filler.
Yeah.
Oh, and here we get some filler. This woman did
Some
not
injections.
did not react to me. Did not react, like almost furious.
Yeah.
And then we just moved on. Natalie wanted to go. We go in the vet. We go inside of the vet.
Imagine a dog with big, beautiful lips.
That's all I thought about. I thought it was fun. I go into the vet. We were talking about all this stuff. She's like, is there anything else you want to do for Wendy? I make the same joke.
Yeah.
I go in there and I say to the vet.
know it works.
Yes, I know it's funny.
You
The other
thought it
lady,
was material.
she didn't laugh, but I'm sitting here, so I say to the vet. She was sitting there in a moment of silence, and I was like, let me tell you, do you recommend anybody that does dog filler? Because honestly, Wendy's just not super hot anymore. And so, but the vet did not react, right? And she said, yeah, I guess you got one too. My husband's a comedian as well. And Natalie was like, Yeah, he's a comedian. And I'm sitting here, I am one.
You are one.
Your husband is just some funny guy at an office somewhere.
Now you're yelling.
I am one. I am a comedian. And how hard is that to be screaming?
Yes.
Go!
Recognize me!
You know!
Yeah. Did you
You know-
start telling her your credits?
No.
Did you tell her about the SNL thing?
I stayed in silence. Just because I have class. I stayed in silence. Do you know
the SNL
how ashamed at a high level? Do you know? That's just, what you get to, that's what you can get to experience if you go to a vet in Los Angeles.
Well, you know, one thing that I've learned, and the reason why I asked you about your vet's age is I'm very ageist when it comes to vets. I don't want no young vet.
I know, I like a young, I like
50 and over.
I like
That's what I said. For vets, 50 and otherwise they ain't seen the shit. They don't know what's going on.
Sometimes they're just like, kill it.
That's what the young ones are always telling me to kill it.
Kill it.
And the old ones are like, oh God.
Well, Tootsie's almost can fucking buy alcohol.
I'm talking about Rambo. Bunch of kids were like, kill him, he's dead. These guys at the emergency vet a year ago.
Well, but again, they just don't want to deal with it.
Exactly. And then the old timers are like, see what happens.
Because they're old.
Yeah.
And they don't want their daughter to show up and say, kill it.
That's what I'm saying. Old vets, good. Young vets, work on it.
Wow.
Get better.
I'm gonna
They
get
want
so many
Chinese
emails.
elephant
We
shit.
have so many. It should
Give me
have
your emails.
Side stories
Show up to work.
gmail.com. I'm pro young, able veterinarians. We need them. I'm gonna
Bro,
hear that.
if you want to actually show up to work and do your goddamn
They
job.
do, sometimes.
They're like, oh, I got a family. My kid's got a game. I got something to get to. No, you work till 8.
Let's get to some news, okay? Because I already feel it. I feel it.
I want the hate.
I know. It's called engagement.
This podcast is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is the all-in-one website platform for entrepreneurs to stand out and succeed online. You make a website, you use the website, succeed. Thanks, Squarespace. Now that I've found the little boy that now is running the HorsePix empire, I am angry with the way that he is handling it. A lot of these horses, honestly, it's subpar, and a lot of it's pretty lazy. The current J.D. Vance horse that they just put a beard on is honestly, as far as I'm concerned, extremely offensive to me as a person with a former bearded face. So that's why I have started my own new website, thanks to Squarespace, DestroyHorsePix.com. Because the goal is to go after this rogue child that took my dream and perverted it. And the only entity that can help me in my search for revenge against this one childlike entrepreneur is Squarespace. Check out squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, squarespace.com/left to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. I'm coming for you, Charlie Bucket!
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. People ask me, Henry, what are some of your relationship green flags? And mine is she willing to help me fight my enemies? Is she willing to stand with me at the edge of the crater of madness and look deep into the pit of despair and still jump with the power of 1,000 suns as our love blazes through the epics of time? And then, in the end of eternity, we sat staring at each other on the beach of the universe, staring in each other's eyes until we make love with our lungs. That's my thing. But whether you're dating, married, building a friendship, or just working on yourself, it's time to form relationships that love you back with BetterHelp. BetterHelp is fully online, making therapy affordable and convenient, serving over 5 million people worldwide. It's amazing. Easily switch therapists anytime at no extra cost, and you should. Discover your relationship green flags with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/lastpod to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/lastpod. It's always nice to keep your money where you can see it. Tell me about it. I turn all my money into balloons that I bought on eBay, and I look at them and keep them in a bucket in my office. Unfortunately, traditional big wireless carriers also seem to like keeping your money too. How dare they? If you're tired of crazy high wireless bills, bogus fees, and quote-unquote free perks that actually cost more in the long run, switch to Mint Mobile. Come on, listen to Ryan Reynolds. Right? He's
sweetest man in the world, right? You believe Deadpool, right? Mint Mobile offers premium plans starting at $15 per month with high-speed data and unlimited talk and text on the nation's largest 5G network. That's 5Gs. Wait till we get to 9Hs. Mint is going to be, it's incredible. Mint works at the bottom of the ocean, and it works in space. Go and you get that Mint Mobile, it's good for you to do. You're saving money. You're spending money for no reason. Go to Mint Mobile. If you like your money, Mint Mobile is for you. Shop plans at mintmobile.com/LPOTL. That's mintmobile.com/LPOTL. Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month 5GB plan required, equivalent to $15 a month. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See Mint Mobile for details. Now, I was so lucky to stumble upon this story. We've had many people send this story in as well. But I will say, this is one of the toughest to decipher stories I've had to pull apart in a minute. And it doesn't largely make sense, but we are at the very beginning of this. And the only reason why I even wanted to kind of broach it with our peoples was because it's interesting, it's unique. We haven't seen something like this yet.
It's our wheelhouse, for sure.
And it's in our wheelhouse, and I just want to track this story for a while and see where it goes. So this is it's very confusing, so just try to follow along with me.
All right.
This involves...
Are you talking to them or me?
You. On the show. I never talk to you.
Thank you.
So this involves a cult. Now they call themselves, but I guess they've known themselves. They're kind of claim themselves as a group called the Zizzies.
Fuck yeah, man.
Which was built upon it's nothing cool, really.
Okay.
Like literally, like the only thing that is sort of cool about it is the fact it's the first hyper left wing. It's a what they call extreme vegan, trans death cult.
Really?
Right? It is.
Do vegans murder?
Well, these guys believe in extreme veganism. They also believe in a system of thought that is so fucking stupid and academic that all it does is confuse people, and is why people have a hard time with left-wing ideology in the first place. Is that it's a bunch of word salad that, never mind when a cult leader gets involved with it, it makes an even deeper word salad and convinces a bunch of vulnerable people in the most vulnerable place possible, especially in mid-transition. They're literally courting people and weaponizing them against what they consider to be low-level offenders. So these guys are, right now, they are implicated. This group is implicated in 6 murders.
Whoa.
One of them...
That's crazy.
Yes.
That's a lot.
But right now, we're not quite certain.
We don't
yet.
know if they did it. It's not official.
No.
They're accused.
The two murders that have definitely been tied to members of this group was one, a man by the name of Curtis Lind, who was an 82-year-old landlord who was stabbed to death in Vallejo, California.
Okay.
And then, on the other side of the fucking country, David Milan, I believe he's a border patrol agent, was also killed in Vermont. The two suspects are two separate, but according to police, they now are saying that they are connected. One was the suspect for the Vallejo murder was Maximilian Snyder, and Teresa Youngblood was for the Vermont one. And now we know that Youngblood has been arrested, and so has Maximilian Snyder. I am sorry if I'm also dead naming anyone. I will say that some of the writing on this, like the Newsweek did a great job of the story, and that whole building needs to just be shut down.
Newsweek used to be reputable.
That article was fucking unreadable. Yeah. And it's supposed to make it all make sense. I'm not quite certain, because a lot of these people within this group were transitioning. So some of them are reporting them as their new names, and some of them are reporting them as their dead names. And I have no idea which is which.
Well, if they haven't officially changed their name and committed a crime, I imagine
they would be known as their legal name.
Yeah.
Yes. But it's all over. But the whole thing is that what these people have done is created a school of thought where they don't believe in surrender. They believe in this it's a fight between the good and the non-good. And they have this decision-making process called functional decision theory that comes from some highfalutin, old-school
ideological, some kind of like left-wing concept about you're not making decisions every day. I'm butchering this, but it seems one of the layman terms to kind of describe this is that it's very similar to Euronymous in the Batavia series, where all decisions are there's no quantifiable morality that can be put on your decision making. What you're deciding between, when you make a decision, you're not deciding between results, you're deciding between strategies to get results. So the strategies, all you're caring about is the strategy. You don't really care if the results are good or bad because those things don't matter. They view themselves as double good, which means they view themselves as some kind of form. They said it's extreme altruism mixed with extreme veganism, which means death to all people that are not vegan. And they also are in the sovereign citizen world, where the goal is to constantly engage in an aggravating way people of low-level authority to the point where violence gets involved.
So why did they kill the border agent in Vermont? Was he bringing in moose meat?
Essentially what happened is that the two people that were pulled over, that were part of this supposed group,
The Zizzians.
the Zizzians, they got pulled over. They had already been trapped. These two people were at a hotel a couple of days before. They looked suspicious. They were just all in black, carrying guns around, being really, really extra, looking like Columbine.
Yeah,
right?
know that if you're going to commit such crimes, if you're wearing that type, people will know.
Well, they're doing it on purpose. They're doing it to be noticed. And so they get told that they got someone from the hotel, called the police and said, I'm worried about these people. The hotel manager went to go talk to them. They said they're just staying in town to go look at property that they're going to buy. So the police are already aware of their presence. They get stopped, and it's literally just within the traffic stop that they decide to shoot at these officers. They just pull their guns and start shooting.
Oh, okay.
Because they just decided that they were being persecuted, and now is the time to begin to shoot. They both got shot. Both suspects were shot. But the cop that got shot died. And
Did
then
they live?
yes, well, one of them lived.
Okay.
That Youngblood, who is now going into jail. The other, on the other side of the world, in California, that a man by the name of Lynn, who was a landlord who owned this piece of land, had a group of these Zizzians live in what they believe one of their big concepts. Another one is this. They don't necessarily believe in personal property as well. So one of the big ideas, of course, the central character of the story is known by the dead name of Jack the Soda. And what they have put together is a series of, like, from their blog, where they had a blog called Sinceriously, where they wrote all of these very, very long-winded theories about rationalism. This whole thing is an AI vegan cult.
But they hate AI.
No, yes. Well, they believe that AI needs to be risk mitigated. They work in risk management. These are all people, everybody that seems to be involved within the Zizzian
They
cult.
work in risk management, but they're out here killing people?
Exactly. But it's because they believe that there's a war that is going to be happening between the good and the non-good, whatever this means. But this Ziz person, for a while, was living what they called the rationalist fleet. One of their the concept was, we'll live for free on boats in the water, which just didn't work, right?
No.
It didn't work.
Boats are very expensive.
Extremely
Money pits.
And you
Don't
want to
ever
park
buy
it.
one.
And it costs money to pay. What's the best days of having a boat? Do you buy it? Yeah, you should.
Amen, brother.
And then that was a big problem. And so what happened was that a group of these Zizzians were living in...
Let me say the name of soundtrack.
Zizzians! Come here, Zizzians! Come here, Zizzians! I'll show you kisses at the piano player! But they were living on giant storage boxes, these big, like, what do you call, they're like, import
Oh, yeah.
What do you call
Storage containers.
Yeah, storage containment units. They were living on containment units on the skies. They were living in containment units on the skies line. During the rent moratorium of 2020 in the California area, they had all he stopped charging them all rent. Once the moratorium ended, the 80-year-old man showed back up to say, hey, I'd like to get rent from you guys now, right?
Yeah, or you're going to get evicted.
Yes. And then they did the evicting by fucking stabbing him to death. And so they all attacked him. He'd already had run-ins with this group before. Right now, and then another member of the Zizzians.
God, it's so rare you feel bad for a landlord.
Right? And it's like another member of the Zizzians killed their parents. So that's the other, like, 2 deaths that are floating around. We're trying to figure out exactly how morbid it is, though. But all of this comes from the internet, and all of it's about being aggressively against anybody that is not in their philosophical system.
So when did this all break? Is this new?
It's just
or is
happened.
this like, have they been around for a while now?
A couple of years. The thing where it really kicked off is that there was a protest there was a protest where it first kicked off, where the Ziz is now in jail. There was a protest at this place called the Center for Applied Rationality, which is hilarious because these are all. I also love that all of these reactionary, essentially terrorists and cult members, all call themselves rationalists. Oh yeah, because the idea that it's believing that human intelligence will save us.
Yeah, has the whole world gone crazy when you're the one who's gone crazy?
Yes, and then AI will also help us if we properly mitigate the risk. But this place for Center Applied Rationality was a local kind of outreach about this rationalist thought, and Ziz decided apparently that they weren't being included, then eventually turned into really histrionic accusations of CFAR, essentially telling them that they were like saying that they were attacked by CFAR, like making shit up.
Yeah.
Then they did a bad protest at this place during this big meeting, and the way they were dressed, people thought they were there to kill everybody instead of doing a protest because they were dressed all scary and they were holding guns, and so they all got arrested. So they're all currently in jail right now. The whole crew is
The whole
basically
cult's in jail?
They're basically all in jail already.
Oh,
we
so we don't even need to talk about it.
not really, but I would say if you're interested in all, because you know me.
Yeah.
The reason why I'm even talking about this is because I love cult systems.
Mm-hmm.
I love thoughts in cults. I love the inner workings of cults. And what I love is a new one. Right now, if you go and look it up, like you can go and see their entire, like they have a whole mission statement that is fascinating at Zizians.info, and I will say it doesn't make any sense. And if you please somebody try to explain to me what in the living hell functional decision theory and this idea of hemispherical thought and unhemispheric sleep, that's where they're trying to teach them to sleep with one half of their brains and another. They're also cutting people off from their family. The big thing with Ziz was telling brand new members essentially like your parents don't get you, you need to kill them.
Oh, yeah.
And again, whether your parents get you or not, don't kill them.
No.
Because when it comes down to them not getting you is why you're cool. Okay?
Yeah.
If your parents get you, you're not cool.
Or they are.
Okay. And you're real dumb.
And that's enough.
Yeah,
Your
that
parents are
sucks.
cooler than you.
I don't want to think with that.
So up with Riz, down with Ziz.
Yeah.
Yes.
So go and check it. Go and try to fucking pull this apart. It's just all over the place. I just thought it's fun to see a baby cult and also see how, you know what I will say? Truly, these Zoomer cult leaders, you spend more time outside of your fucking phones. Okay?
Yeah.
You're gonna be a Zoomer cult leader. I'm gonna check out my alphas. My Gen Alpha's a fucking cult leader. You need to get out there. You need to start working on your interpersonal skills.
Yeah.
Okay?
Meet some people.
You can't hold a cult together with blogs alone. It's not how it works. You need to physically control them. I'm not saying to do it. I'm saying what you should do. If you want to be better at being a cult leader, you're going to need to go out there and meet people. I'm sorry. I know you're anxious, but you're going to have to go out there and say hi to people if you want your cult to stick together and eventually be attacked by the fucking ADF.
Yeah, and also, we got to work on these outfits.
Seriously.
This is
I'm
crazy.
top guys. Like, you sit at home. If you're not employed, make a costume.
Yeah.
Make a uniform for your fucking cult.
A tie-dye boo-boo or some shit.
What if you guys are making good shit for the future?
No.
Where's my soul? I want my fucking Order of the Solar Temple, but now.
Yeah, I want like headbands and shit.
And
like,
stop killing just randos. Just kill yourselves.
Yes, it's
What's
like
going
the
on?
old school.
Real cult. Just fucking kill yourselves.
The aliens are coming, and you gotta kill
Come
yourself to
on.
meet them.
But first, you just do something fun with it.
Yes, but Sisters of Mayhem would be a better name than Zizians.
I love Sisters of Mayhem.
Yeah.
So yeah, go look it up. This personal stuff that wrote this basilisk. I hate philosophy. I like philosophy because I'm trying to sort of get into it. I've been reading it more, right? I read some Stoicism. I read a little bit of fucking Starfla. What was that? Starfla.
That doesn't mean anything.
Starfla.
You can keep saying it, but you're not really saying anything. Side stories LPOTL if you know what Henry's saying.
Sorry. But I tried to read it, and I didn't fully understand it. I've tried to read, I've read some Nietzsche, Nietzsche, Nachi.
Niche.
I've read Freddie Nachos. I've read a lot of Freddie Nachos, and I kind of fucking get that too. So I sort of get it.
Yeah.
So it's one of those where, how is this helpful? I do think it would be better for, and I've said this, I have a lot of friends on the left wing, fully left-wing people that I've talked to, and they all agree with me, which I do think so, is that the language needs to be clear enough, and you need to make it so that we can understand it, because we're all stupid. Okay? And just because we're stupid doesn't mean that we don't deserve to be educated.
Yes.
So try to help me. Try to reach me. Try to understand me. I guess you can't. I guess you won't. I guess you're front. That's how I know my life is out of love.
Whoa.
Gangster's fucking arrogant.
Damn, dude. That was wild. Fucking Julio. All right, we're going to hang another. Is he alive?
No, it's dead.
He's dead.
Another one we'll talk to soon. With a picture. All right, now that was my first big story of the week.
All hail says.
No. No, opposite. But, I just get, it's just nice to see a left-wing one. You never got one.
Yeah. It is, yeah, that is.
The other big story.
This one's huge.
Again, who's into gooning? Who's doing the gooning?
It's weird. I didn't know what gooning was, and then you explained it to me, and I'm like, remembered that I kind of knew what it was.
Gooning is, like, you know what I'll say? Back in our day, Eddie and I were saying this before the show, we masturbated to results.
That's right, man.
Masturbated to calm.
I want to see results.
I'm not
Physically,
here.
I want to feel and see results to masturbate.
If I just wanted to sit and play with dick and balls, I would have been a fucking artist.
Yeah.
Right? I would have go back and be a priest, all right? But if I just want to sit and play with my hard dick and balls all day, then it's just like, what am I doing? I masturbate to calm,
Yeah.
all right?
It is fun to play with your dick and balls when it's not hard.
When it's not hard.
And you just slap it around,
Yeah.
scratch it and shit, and be like, oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Especially when you're sick.
Oh,
Man,
my favorite.
God. It's the best.
Yes, but still, it used to have a purpose. These kids found a new way to make gooning have a purpose.
Yeah, these guys are, all right, gooning. Oh.
Yeah. I do love this term. Gooning may be this simply defined as the state usually achieved after a prolonged edging session when a man becomes completely hypnotized by the feeling radiating his penis. That's not good. It's not good. It's gooning is normally you get hard but you don't come. Right?
Do you think it's like, it started as a practice to just last longer?
No, I just think
They're just bad at jerking off?
I think men are broken. Eddie.
Yeah, most of them are.
I think that this came from. Have you ever left a comment on a pornography video?
Never.
These are the people that are doing.
They all have, these are the guys with usernames.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. Yes.
Now, this is a very
Not
unfortunate.
that hot.
Not that hot.
Barely gooned.
So sad.